All right, well, did you hear about this? Former President Joe Biden is back. Today he will make his first public speech since leaving the White House. The former president will address disability advocates at a conference in Chicago, focusing on protecting Social Security.
The event's executive director saying the following: "We are deeply honored. President Biden is making his first public appearance at our sold-out conference. We are thrilled the president will be joining us to discuss how we can work together for a stable and successful future for Social Security." Joe Concha is a Fox News contributor and senior writer for the Washington Examiner. Joe, guess who's back? Back again. Shady's back, tell a French. Maybe not Shady, but Joe Biden's back. So what are your thoughts on this, and describe your expectations for this speech?
Reach back 25 years for that one, Todd. Well done. M&M, TMP, yes. Look, Joe Biden may be returning to the stage, but most Democrats would rather he probably stayed at the beach. I mean, he left office with one of the lowest approval ratings of any president ever. And many Democrats blame him, Joe Biden, for not announcing earlier that he would not seek a second term. And as we've seen with other Biden speeches, you know what we're going to get here. We're going to get hyperbole and fear to warn about the alleged threat of Donald Trump to democracy and so on. Hopefully there's no big red backgrounds behind him. And he's not going to offer any real alternatives or solutions. It'll just be Festivus, an airing of grievances signifying nothing. But he is eligible to run again in 2028, remember. And with this Democrat bench as thin as it is, never say never to a Joe Biden, Stephen A. Smith ticket. Who knows?
Well, I hope that doesn't happen, because then Todd's going to have to sing the Guess Who's Back song again, and we cannot have that.
That didn't work.
That's right.
Let's just be real.
So the White House Correspondents' dinner is next Saturday, and President Trump is not going to attend. But Axios has this pretty interesting here. The White House and conservative groups have floated the idea of hosting a rival event on the same night as the dinner, potentially to celebrate First Lady Melania Trump's birthday. So yeah, I can see this happening. You know, they have their party, we're going to have ours.
I could completely see that happening, quite frankly. Melania Trump doesn't age, by the way, so the birthdays are almost irrelevant. Amazing that she has kept herself looking as perfect as she does in so many public settings and private, I would imagine. But President Trump shouldn't attend this White House Correspondents' Dinner. I went years ago when he first came into office and remember the fact that he did a rally in like a cold area of Pennsylvania, and we had this juxtaposition on the split screen that showed Trump with voters, with people that work hard every day, and then a bunch of people like me in tuxedos at the Washington Hilton celebrating journalism when journalism, obviously, trust is at an all-time low. So remember, the White House Correspondents Association hired a comedian who literally said she hoped Donald Trump didn't come, said that Trump and members of the administration called them murderers. Then she was told she was no longer invited. So this thing has been one big mess. The dinner hasn't been relevant in many years and would therefore be a waste of the president's time to be in a room where most of the attendees either voted against him or loathe him outright. So if they want to do an alternative event, sure, have at it. But I doubt it's actually they're going to be able to pull that off and get that all planned within a week or so.
Yeah, the clock is a ticking, and that thing's a Saturday from now, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. President Trump, meantime, having a tense exchange with CNN reporter and anchor Caitlin Collins. Take a listen.
Do you plan to ask President Bukele to help return the man who your administration says was mistakenly deported? The man who was mistakenly deported to El Salvador?
Can you just also respond to that question? Because, you know, it's asked by CNN, and they always ask it with a slant because they're totally slanted because they don't know what's happening. That's why nobody's watching them.
Joe, your thoughts?
Well, you see this over and over again on CNN and other networks where he is just a Maryland father, a Maryland man who is coaching his kids' Little League team like I was yesterday, and then ICE swept in and sent him to El Salvador. No, he entered the country illegally. That's something that CNN has a big problem saying. An illegal immigrant or an illegal or somebody who entered the country illegally. It's always just a man, a Maryland man, as if he was just a naturalized citizen. And Caitlin Collins is like a science experiment if one combined the DNA of Jim Acosta and like April Ryan. She's always making herself the story. And again, we saw members of the administration from Marco Rubio to others that were in that room, like Stephen Miller, obviously answering the question the right way while mocking the question. And even El Salvador's president said, yeah, we're not going to return this person. So it's just something that we seem to talk about every week, how Caitlin Collins asks a question that gets shut down pretty quickly, but it gets her attention, I guess. But then again, you look at her ratings in prime time, she can't even attract 500,000 people to watch her show. That's where we're at this point. CNN is watched by less people than the Discovery Channel, Hallmark, Mystery, TLC, Food Network, History Channel. There's a reason for that. They do have everything with a slant. They are hopelessly biased, and they're not the network that I grew up watching in the 90s. That I know for sure.
Well, the president of El Salvador certainly got a firsthand look at our media landscape. That's for sure.
Now he's going to watch the
Yes, he
Hallmark
did.
channel per Joe's instruction.
Joe, thank you so much.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.